Not long ago, in a town much like yours, there was a young woman who was very happy. Until one day her heart broke so violently that her sorrow echoed through space and time. So our saga begins tonight. Yet eons ago, just here, yet light years away.
Light years away, yet so very familiar. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kyzer and the Voices. I'm Kyzer Acheron, the host with the Voices, and today I welcome you to the video game that helped me during my recovery period, and honestly, one of the most beautiful games I've played in a while. Welcome to Sayonara Wild Hearts. What can I say about this game that I haven't said across social media? The music is gorgeous, the visual style is to die for. I absolutely love this game. I'm not gonna spoil anything for this Let's Play. I absolutely adore this game. Like, here's to the point of how much I love it. I have gotten the gold ranks on every single level and maximized all of my scores. That's how deep my love for this game runs. It's insanely fun. And it's simple too. So with this Let's Play, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you every single stage and show you how to basically get the highest possible scores. Now, will my performance be at peak level? Depends. Sometimes you get a good run, sometimes you don't. But basically, this is going to be a very short series. I just wanted to share this game with you all, and I wanted to share a theory I have with you all throughout this game. Now, I'm going to pepper the seeds of it slowly throughout gameplay, but the story behind this game, I feel, is a bit deeper than just love-loss. And I'll try to explain it with every section, but I'm wasting time here. Let's just jump into K.A.T.V, Lune, and let's see how this goes.
Long ago, a harmonious universe existed beyond ours, and 3 divine arcana watched over it.
Also, if that voice sounds familiar, yeah, that's Queen Latifah. They actually managed to get her to voice for this game, and that's nuts. Honestly, the story behind it is even funnier because apparently that was a very last-minute decision on their part, and they somehow managed to get her to join in on the game. So yeah. If you ever think that you won't be able to get someone to help you with a project, just look at this and you'll think, yeah, it's possible. So yeah, essentially the story here is that the Divine Arcana were intersected by Cursed Arcana that we have to take down. And we are essentially playing as the Fool. That basically, it's an alternate universe type thing. Basically, the Fool card comes to you because your heart has been so thoroughly shattered by, well, we don't know. That's what's up to interpretation. Personally, I think this person that we're playing as did go through a heartbreak, but not through a breakup, but through loss, like a permanent loss. And I'll explain why I think this with each section, but for now, let's travel through the bittersweet stairway. And as you can see, this is a rhythm game. And basically what you have to do is move your character left to right and collect these hearts for points. Big hearts start at 25 and small hearts start at 1. But as you're probably noticing, the way the points scale is the more you collect, the higher the point gets. And it continues to scale. So say you collect 5 of the big hearts, you'll have 125. But every time you collect it, you get that point amount that it goes up to. So that's how you stack up points here. Now, if you die at any point during the level, what happens is you restart at a checkpoint, but your points start back at square one. So the best way to maximize points is to basically do a no damage run. So that way you get the highest point amounts possible. Those gold cards also factor into this. Scattered through each level are a set of golden cards, each of them costing 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 points. You collect them, they get added to your score, and that's what helps you to get the gold ranks. Now with K.A.T.V, Lune, it's a very simple introductory stage, and getting top score is fairly simple, as you just witnessed. And as you can see, our heroine has basically transformed and is ready to travel into another world. And yeah, that's one hell of a wake-up call. Just skateboard through this space stairway and just suddenly transform into a heroine. Talk about nuts! So anyways, that leads on to Heartbreak 1, basically one of the first of the astral pathways, which leads us to the first of the Vile Hearts, the Devil. And yes, these are based off of the tarot cards that we use in our everyday lives, which you can actually pick up a deck of these exact tarot cards online, actually. So the first one we're facing is the Devil, and this is where astral surfing comes into play. Basically, same basic concept, move left to right, only in this case, we're floating on a tarot card through some very, very psychedelic imagery. Now this is where teleporting gets introduced. As you saw, flying through those diamonds will teleport you, so time it just right. That gold card's a little tricky, so be sure to keep your eyes vigilant on the path ahead and not too much on what's in front of you. The best way to get points in this game is to always look forward and plan your moves accordingly. Like so. I accidentally made that work, but essentially, teleporting through there is the best way to get that card. You'll also have ramps that you can jump off of, or choose not to jump off of, depending on the situation. So yeah, slide through these pathways, and you will end with a gold.
Gold rank.
And through there, you will enter the first of this game's 5 zones. Starting with the song Doki Doki Rush, which in Japanese, Doki Doki is representative of one's heartbeat. Also, another cool thing to notice, with every stage, notice the heartbeat is in sync with the tune that you are entering, and each heartbeat has the same sort of BPM. I find that quite curious, given that this is a pop album style game, it's nice to see how well they integrated music into the core gameplay. And of course the visual style, which is simplistic but bright and colorful. Now then, on to the first zone, simply known as Hate Hell Valley. Now I mentioned earlier that this girl went through a loss. I feel that the person she lost died, and she's essentially inadvertently going through the 5 stages of grief, with Hate Hell Valley being anger. And here comes the other reason I wanted to let's play this game. Motorcycles! Yes, this game is literally an amalgamation of the meme that I created because, fun fact, motorcycles used to drive by a lot in my old home, but I don't have that problem here. Anyways, on to the level itself. Here you're going to be dodging cars, trolleys, and going off of dash pads. So keep vigilant as to the road and to the cars. Try to jump off the ramps to grab the big hearts, and make sure to hit the dash, because those things can actually help you too. Slide between the cars to get hearts and gold cards. The second gold card is tricky to get, so keep onto the right-hand side when making that turn. Now this might seem weird, but dash through here to get the third gold card, and quickly turn to get this one, and then on the ramp you go. I love the city setting here. It's simple but effective, using simple purples and pinks. And once you get here, just dash on through, and one more time, and then through these hearts, and you'll meet the game's first antagonists.
Gold rank.
The Dancing Devils. Let's see, did I beat a oh, shoot! I actually got a high score for that. Yeah, one thing I love about this game, and what I love about some games in general, is the idea of beating high scores. If you set a score, it gives you an opportunity to do better. And that's another reason why I keep coming back to this game, is because it's addicting. Like, once you set a standard, you want to try and beat that standard every chance you get. So, moving on to the next stage, Fighting Hearts, where we get introduced to our next game mechanic, the quick time events. Now, we all don't like these, but in this game, I feel they're handled in a very easy and simple way. Basically, follow the rhythm and hit as close as you can to the heart, like so. And smack! You gotta be careful with your timing, because sometimes they come in fast or slow, depending on the rhythm of the beat. So time every single press just right, so that way you can get 250 points. See, I messed up there. But basically, timing is key with these. And they factor into getting gold, silver, or bronze ranks. So, hit them hard, hit them on time. Now, just drive through. And yeah, these quick time events can also come during driving section, so be careful. Like I said, timing is everything with this, so make your marks, and you'll do just fine. Now, you're seeing me play this at a fairly decent level. Let me tell you, it took me a while to get these scores. I've had many instances where I've stopped mid-song and restarted because, well, I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to games like this. For scoring games like this, where it's rhythm-based, I have a thing where I like to go back and play as best as I can to get the highest score possible. If I miss a point, I get aggravated. So yeah, I've had some practice. Well, a lot of practice, but still. Now, Begin Again is the first of this game's lyric songs, meaning that you'll actually hear beautiful vocals playing through. And this also doubles as this realm's boss fight. So you're going to fight each of the dancing devils in their respective bites, and they will shoot fireballs at you periodically. Now this introduces another mechanic, the risky mechanic. If you just barely dodge something, you can get 50 points out of it, and increase your score by just a little bit more. And of course now you're combining quick time events in with these motion mechanics, and it gets really hectic. Gold card over here, go all the way to the left of the trolley and then grab it. It's a little tricky, but it is possible. You just have to have confidence and move at just the right time. Now unfortunately I'm messing up these quick time events because they are rhythm based, and trying to do commentary while doing that is a bit tricky. Now's where things get interesting because, oh shoot, the road's broke. What do? We fly above flames. Yeah, this game can get wild. Now, for those of you wanting to appreciate the music, I'm going to have a fourth video. Well, it's going to be a very short series, so I'm going to have a video that is essentially a full arcade run of just me playing the game where you can appreciate the music. This is the commentary videos. These are going to come first, but later on, I want to do a full video of just the game and the music. So that way you guys can appreciate it and just appreciate the sound of it, because a game like this, that's what you're here for, is to appreciate the music. But at the same time, it's a game, so yeah. So we've taken down the first of the dancing devils, now on to the second. Now this is where things get a little bit trickier and the turns get a little bit tighter, so watch yourself. Dodge the fireball here, and be careful. This will trip you up if you're not ready for it. Make sure you're all the way to the left-hand side before you dodge it. And flip up and down into the railroad. Alright, dodge to the left, then to the right into the hall. Gold card up ahead between these two trolleys, grab it, then quickly move to get the 3 hearts on the right-hand side. And as you notice, my score is going up exponentially because of the way the point system works. You can rack up major points in this game if you manage to do this without dying. Trust me, it's insane. And as you can see, the screen's gone pink, so it's time to fly once again. So here we go! Honestly, I love when she goes into flight mode like this, because it gives you such a contrast from the city to see like the pink rocks and the flames. Especially when it goes into this sort of, 2D flying section. It's really cool to see. Shoot! So this allows me to demonstrate the other thing about the point system. Now that I've been hit, the points will reset, but notice how I'm dodging the fireballs and getting points from it. Even though I took the hit, I'm still managing to recover from it. But you'll also notice when I collect these big hearts that it's back to 25 and 50. Unfortunately, the points have reset, but you can still play from here and still manage to get a gold rank. But you just have to keep on and not die again. Dying too many times will ruin your chance to get the golden rank. Now, if you just want to play the game for the game's sake, you can just play it as is. But if you want to go for the higher ranks, not dying is the only way I know how in order to keep the score up. Now thankfully, in this case, I didn't take the hit too late on, so I might be able to recover it. I don't know if I can, but we're going to try anyway. Alright, and now at this point, we don't need to fly as much. It's just a chase through the hellscape itself, which is honestly really nuts visually. But trust me, this is not the last of this game's insane visuals. This is only the beginning, folks. Now we fly through, and your last golden card will be behind that pillar there. Just slide in and get it, and you're good to go. Alright, and this is where you gotta tap the button as much as possible to get as high a pointage as possible. And then you are done with this level. And unfortunately, I hit silver, but that happens sometimes. Like I said, you've got to keep your attention focused when playing this game, so that way you can get the best possible score. Now then, now that you're done with the Dancing Devils, it's on to the second path, which in this case is the moon, which is why the card features wolves. They're going to be playing a prominent role in this particular sector. But first, we have to fly through this passage. Stick to the middle, and once you hit the sides, wait for the teleports. And through you go. Stay on the middle, hit the side, teleport. Alright, now in this case, teleports are going to be your friend. Hit to the left side, teleport again. The gold card will be right underneath. Right side teleport, and then hit the right side again to get the card over here. Now, that one is a bit tricky to get, so it's okay if you miss it the first time. But just know that's where that particular card is. Do another 2D section. The last card is going to freaking dance like that, so be careful. Time it just right to flip to the side, to the roof, and then to the side again, right back to the center. And what I like to do is grab the hearts here, and, well, I didn't demonstrate it there, but a cool thing you can do in that section is slide to the side, get a few hearts, then slide back to the center, and then teleport to get a massive amount of points, which is how I got that 61,000. So now we're heading into Forest Ghost. Now, personally, in terms of the levels, I have two favorites. This one and the last one. This one, Whoa Whoa Woods, is a forest-themed level, and honestly, it's beautiful. I can say that about all the levels, but visually, the greens and the blues, they stand out here the most. Now, here comes the Emperor card in the form of, I believe, a deer. A beautiful one, too. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because now you're going to dodge through trees. And if you're not perfectly centered, you could hit that tree hard. And that factors into one of the gold cards here, which is coming up right now. It's between these two trees, so time it just right, and you can snag it. Now, we ride the deer. As we hop through the level itself, because the roads are broken. That's honestly one of the other things I love, is that each section feels organic in its own way. And you can really appreciate all the visuals as you're driving through it. I just feel like I'm going to have to put an epilepsy warning at the beginning of this video, because the colors can really be striking. Now here, just hit the timing just right to hit the hearts and jump through them. You'll be good to go. And there's a gold card there. Don't worry about skipping one of the jumps to get it. It will help you to get points regardless. So now just slide through, grab the triple hearts, and one more jump, and cross the bridge to meet our next antagonists. The Howling Moons. Basically, motorcycle riders with a wolf theme. And trust me, that wolf theme factors into their boss fight, so pay attention. Now on to Forest Dub, which, just from the way the background of this one looks, you know is going to be trippy. But the way they represent trippiness here, well, that factors into the other part of my theory. If Hate Hell Valley was anger in terms of the 5 stages of grief, then Whoa Whoa Forest represents depression. More specifically, how we avoid depression. And Forest Dub gives me a hint as to how that correlates. Why do I think this? Well, the level starts off, aptly enough, with you getting hit by a spell. Or in this case, tripping out. Yeah, this level is essentially reminiscent of a drug trip, which do not do drugs, kids. But yeah, essentially, the visuals trip out, your controls trip out, and it just feels really psychedelic. So try to collect all the hearts you can, and then, time to bounce. On shrooms, that is. So bounce to the side, be sure to bounce to grab that card, which I didn't. Stupid move on my part. So just bounce and keep at it. Now here, the hearts represent shrooms in this instance, so try to grab them and finish off the level strong, which I unfortunately did not because I was too focused on talking about my theories and how to handle this. And once they howl, yeah, Robo-Wolves. Yeah, this game's a little bit trippy. Did I mention that? Because it is. And that's why I love it. It's got a simple story, but the interpretations you can get from it are wicked fun. Well, that end. Well, this is about to happen. Laser Love. Now, why does it have that name? Well, with the power of justice and judgment, your motorcycle has freaking lasers attached to it, which you're gonna use to shoot robot freaking wolves. How cool is that? Alright, first gold card is up here. Just let it slide into you. Now, this level also introduces what I like to call the heart cubes. Basically, they're a stack of heart points locked in a cube. Alright, stay on the left-hand side, hit the boost, and grab the card. Now, these cubes are worth a massive amount of points, so try to blast as many of them as you can, because in later levels, those cubes will help you rack up points like it's nothing. And now we've got the Wolf Barrage. Now, the best way to handle this is they'll start charging down once they reach the top of the screen. My method, stick to one side and just blast them before they reach you, or blast them as they're coming down. The coming down method, though, is a bit risky, so be careful. But play your cards right, and you'll get the gold. And with that, we move on to the final level of the Woe Woods, The Dead of Night. And one of my personal favorite tracks in this game because, well, yeah, you're about to find out. It's not only a catchy beat, but the boss battle is wicked cool. Alright, so here's where you can get a lot of risky points if you're willing to dodge through trees and through pillars. I try not to because dying early on is kind of annoying. You want to try and rack up points early. Here come the wolves, so shoot them down, and there's going to be a cube here, blast it, jump this ramp, blast the cube here, shoot the wolves. Now what I like to do is avoid this path and get the 3 cubes that are here to rack up some real high points. Now the second gold card is going to be around here. Dodge past that bark, and you got it. Now once you reach this point is when the boss shows its true colors, because, yeah, we're fighting a Cerberus. A Robo Cerberus that shoots, I don't know what they are, but they're kind of like wheels with spikes. And it also shoots laser eyes. Oh, but you thought the Cerberus was done? Nope. There's more. It has freaking rockets. Dodge to the left, right, and left. Or right, left, right, depending on directions. Jump the ramps and shoot each of the heads, but watch out, you can easily hit those ramps. Charge your punch and hit the center. And that exposes its heart, which means one more punch and it's dead. But first, you've got to drive through these pathways. Now, this is where you could easily hit one of the pillars, so be careful. Now, it's time to shoot the Robo-Wolves. Here they come. Just hit the left and the right. Now here, just focus on the cubes and the wolves corresponding to that direction. So that way you don't overdo it with what wolves to hit. Jump this ramp and hit the 3 cubes, if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. Yeah, and their motorcycles, they turn into missiles. Did I mention this game was weird? I love it. And now, Mecha Cerberus once more. Now this is where it pulls out all the stops to try and hit you. So be careful of the rockets, watch out for the wheels, which you can blow up to get extra points, so I highly recommend doing that. Don't get too close to the rockets or you will get caught in their explosions. Alright. Now blast the 2 wheels that come down. One more jump. And charge up the punch. And blast that thing to oblivion. And with that destroyed, it takes down the Howling Moons. Blast their hearts to finish it off. And that is Woe Woods. Now from here, we enter what I like to consider the halfway point of the game. So this is where I'm going to stop episode 1. But tune in next time as we head down the 3rd pathway of The Lovers. But till next time, thank you all so much for watching this episode. I know I was gushing a lot, but it's just because I love this game, and I want to share it with all of you. So if you enjoyed this absolute gush fest, please leave a like and a comment in the boxes below letting me know your favorite moments from this episode, as well as if you enjoyed the strategies that I brought forth to try and get the best possible scores for this game. Also, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and turn on all notifications, because we are not done with this game by a long shot. Also, share this video around. Your continued viewership is greatly appreciated, and I wanted to try something different, and I really hope you guys liked it. And with that said, this is Kyzer, and I'll see you guys next time. Sayonara!